is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
Good morning, everyone. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jesup, 105.5 on your FM dial, Big Dog Country Radio. 12th day of the 12th month, 2019, Thursday morning. It's now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Nips Car Wash and Murphy Builder Supply. Bob, got guests in this morning here on the Butch and Bob Show.
A big event tonight in Screven, Georgia. Got the mayor, Jason Weaver, and a couple of guests that he brought with him, so I'll turn it over to him.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mayor Jason Weaver of Screven, Georgia.
Yes, sir. It's Christmas in the Park, 2019 tonight.
That's right.
6 to 8:30ish. Could run a little bit after. And I brought Adrian Hunter, our utilities clerk and events coordinator, in with us for her radio debut. And
Adrian, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I'm going to cut your mic up. Okay, say good morning again.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right.
And we just want to make sure everybody gets the word out that it is tonight. You know, we've been kicking it around with this weather, but it's too late to make a change now because of, I mean, it's go time, so it is what it is.
It is what it
The
is.
snow's coming.
The snow's coming. I mean, I posted on Facebook the other day that Santa had already loaded the sleigh 42,000 pounds and it was headed our way, so we can't stop it now. It's supposed to be here about 6 tonight.
Hopefully the weatherman's wrong.
I hope he's wrong too. It'd be a good time for him to be wrong. But even if he isn't, it's only showing, like we just looked in, 55 to 60% around our start time. So come out. Come out and support us. We've worked hard for 6 months now getting ready for this. And bring a light jacket. I mean, if you was going to play in the snow anyway, you was going to get wet. So it rained yesterday, and, you know, it didn't rain hard enough to wet you. So maybe the hard rain, or if there is a hard rain in this storm I really hadn't seen, comes in after we're done, and we can get through. Maybe we'll be blessed this evening.
Tell us all what's going to take place besides the snow.
We have the snow pits, 2 of them. We have a small one for toddlers, and we have a large one for bigger kids. Try to diffuse some of the snowball hitting of a little child. We have a machine that'll blow snow into the park, and it'll be location due to the wind, whichever way the wind's blowing. We have a horse and buggy ride. Mr. Gene McLean will be there giving us horse and buggy ride through the streets of downtown. Hot chocolate, warm apple cider. The churches and Jackie Johnson have got involved, and they're going to have hot chocolate, warm apple cider, popcorn. The plan right now is a movie, but if there's rain, I probably won't pull the projector out because I don't want it to get wet. But the plan is to show Frosty the Snowman first and Rudolph right behind it. So, which would take about an hour for those 2 movies, so that would be a good thing.
Marshmallow roasting. Bounce houses.
Letters to Santa. Omaha Credit Union's doing letters to Santa. There's a big mailbox there that you'll be able to write your letter, bring your letter, put it in the mailbox, and we'll mail it to Santa for you. Interstate has Credit Union has bags. Just a total community event involved. HDI and Mullis Contracting and the Tourism Board really jumped on board with us, and BNC Collision. And Gopher's our restaurant there. Well, there's a photo booth. You'll be able to take photos with Santa. Just a good time. Family Dollar has a toy drive going on, and a bunch of toys have been purchased through Family Dollar, and they'll be there giving toys to kids until they run out. I know they had a lot. I don't know how many they had, but that was a Family Dollar thing, and they asked us could they come over to our Christmas in the Park. So that'll be great. So make sure you come because it's going to be a good time. And Chief Hargrove's here. He can talk about the safety aspect on what we're going to do on the roads. But Adrian's kind of the one that's ramrodded this whole thing. So
all right,
that's
Adrian,
why we wanted to bring her and let her get her time.
Go ahead.
Well,
talk to us.
He pretty much explained everything. I mean, it's going to be, it's going to be fun. I mean, last year the families, parents, and kids described it as magical. You know, it's the Hallmark feeling Christmas. There's fun for all ages. plenty of photo opportunities if you want to bring your family for pictures, good food, and it's all free other than more substantial food. We will have two vendors there selling hamburgers and hot dogs at very minimal prices and drinks. And also we'll have Heart's Desire Bakery. She is making cupcakes and cookies to sell. Once again, very good prices. So it's not going to be something that's going to, put too much of a dent in your pocketbook, but pretty much everything else is free other than those two things. Also, the children from Scriven Elementary made the ornaments for our Christmas tree that we'll be doing the lighting. The art teacher's the one who organized the making of the events, and that is Cindy Blanton. And Cindy and the kids did a wonderful job, and the tree looks beautiful. We decorated it yesterday. I had a few helpers, Miss Jackie Wright and Michelle Adams helped me decorate the tree, and HGI helped put our bow on top of it. So it was a good time yesterday getting that ready.
Well, good. All right. So a lot's planned for tonight in Scriven for the Christmas in the Park. And Mike, why don't you tell us all about the parking, safety, getting in and out to the events themselves?
Well, we've started last week trying to get everything set up and looking at it so that we make it as safe as possible for anybody coming. Our Public Works Department will get out this morning and start putting out barricades and cones so that we can route traffic around the first lane closest to City Hall on 84 so that the horse and carriage can get in and out without any issues. We'll have where all of the participants will be properly blocked so that we have nobody that takes a chance on riding through there and hurting anyone. And we're looking for all of that. We're going to have law enforcement there tonight. Just walking around making sure everything is smooth and operational. So if we have any children that get separated from their parents or grandparents, which we had last year, we will be able to get them to the proper location and get their parents or grandparents located or whoever came with them. And we're going to have firemen out there also walking around. And if anybody has an issue, if they'll talk to any of these people, any of the police officers there, or any of the firemen that's there, then we will assist you in any way possible to make sure that it goes as smooth as it can for you.
Okay.
What I want to mention, when it starts at 6 o'clock tonight, we're going to have Mr. Newton Sykes as our Grand Marshal that will light the tree for us. Mr. Sykes was a U.S. Park Ranger with the federal government. He retired after serving years at Cumberland Island, being over Cumberland Island for the Ranger services there. So he's a very knowledgeable man, and he does a lot inside the city, and we appreciate him, and we wanted to show that. So we're having Mr. Newton Sykes that'll be doing that tonight for us. We also want to mention that weather doesn't look great right now, that it might be an issue. We do not want you to give up on us. If there's 5 minutes of rain, we want you to hold on, because I'll promise you it will not be canceled unless it's just a major storm. It will not be canceled right off the get-go. We're going to hold on as long as we can to try and get it in there. If it's not but an hour time, we're going to try to get it there, because the city and all of our sponsors have put into this to make it a big event and make it where no one has to spend money unless they purchase a food item or something like that at a very minimal cost. And we want you to hold on and just hang on with us, and we're going to do everything in our power to make it as good as we can make it.
And we do want to emphasize that it's all free tonight, except for maybe some food items here, there, and yonder, but a lot of free stuff there tonight. You'll still do the Samoas and the hamburgers and the popcorn and things of that sort, right?
That's correct. And the one thing, and the mayor mentioned it earlier, last year we learned we have one snow pit, and we had issues with the older children and the younger children in there, so we have separated them this year, and we will have something in between, and that's so that the small children don't get run over. It's not anything intentional by anybody, but they all get to playing and having a good time, and they get hit and knocked down and hurt, or their pride hurt as much as anything. So we've done what we can to resolve that issue, and we've created two pits.
Yeah, two pits, one for the younger kids, one for the older. We saw that last year when we were down there with my 3 grandkids and talked about that, and it's a good idea to do that, the 2 different pits for the younger and older is down there for the snow pits.
Yes.
Lots of snow going to be put on the ground.
Yes, sir, and there's a snow machine that'll be there putting snow out for everybody if the weather permits, and like the mayor said, depending on the wind condition, that's where we'll determine at the last minute tonight where it gets set up to blow. I also want to mention EMA, because they have donated a light tower to us so that we have plenty of lights in all areas. We're trying to make sure everything's properly lit so there's no issue of any trip hazard or anything else.
All right. You can always text in questions and comments to us here at the radio station on our regular business line, 912-427-3711. Somebody just text in, great job, City of Scriven, organizing this great community event.
Well,
somebody,
we thank
fan
you.
out there.
This might be my wife.
Is her first name Molly?
No.
Okay, so someone else. Who's Molly, Jason?
That might be Molly from the City of Jesup. You know, they help us out with a lot, and we try to help them out with a lot.
Yeah. Okay, and so they're saying thank you for putting on this event, and it's a great event. So don't let the weather keep you away, folks, because you just never can tell how the weather's going to be. You know?
That's right. It's Scriven, Georgia, like we talked about. I mean, if we plan it, it's gonna rain.
It's just according how much rain, when it's going to rain, and stuff like that. As the evening goes on, the greater chance of rain. So we're 60% today, and then early evening, and 90% later on tonight. And hopefully that'll stay away. That 40% will kick in between 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
That's right. That's right. But we appreciate you guys getting the word out for us every day on the news, and everybody just come out and support the outpour. If it holds off tonight, I wouldn't be scared to say we have 3,000 or 4,000 people in the park, just from the people that's called and said they're coming from counties. I mean, as far as Brunswick, Callahan, Florida. I mean, all over. They're coming.
I was amazed last year when we went down there and how many people were there.
I was amazed too, but
Jason walking around with these big, glass bottle eyes there, like, wow, look at all these people.
Yeah. It was a wonderful, like she said, it was a hallmark moment. I mean, it brought attention from all over the state. It was articles written in magazines out of Atlanta about it, that Scriven pulls off Christmas miracle, and it went. I always have to go back to Adam Pruitt is really the one that come to me with the first idea, and he just pitched the idea, and then we took the idea and tweaked here and there and made it what it is. And every year we're trying to make it bigger and better. And I already have a plan for next year that's just, if we can pull that off, it'll be unbelievable too. So I mean, it's moving forward. Just keep moving forward. Tonight, anybody that comes, if you take your pictures, we would ask that maybe you would hashtag Christmas in the Park. Any picture you post, we're getting that set up today to be able to, if you'll hashtag that on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. That kind of help give us a count of how many pictures are taken and posted, via the internet.
Okay.
Scriven Church of God has got a night in Bethlehem too. We don't want to forget that. Mm-hmm. They have like the live scene, kind of like this uptown here, but on Scriven's version, and DJ will be there with his camel and donkey. His camel Bo is ready. He's ready for pictures.
All right, Bo is ready.
He sent me pictures last night. The camel was smiling.
The camel
and ready.
beauty shop yesterday, looking good.
I guarantee you, DJ's got him at the beauty shop.
Bo's ready for those close-ups. All right, somebody just go ahead. I'm sorry.
Church of God is also collecting canned foods. They have a canned food drive that they're using. So if anybody's interested in donating canned foods, they can do that at the night in Bethlehem.
All right. Last year you had several small tents set up there with different organizations giving away anything from toys to coloring books to little craft items. Is that still going to be this year? Because kids love that.
That was the Christmas. That was the night in Bethlehem.
Night in Bethlehem.
They're the ones that did that. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Somebody text in. Remind everyone that Broadhurst Road is closed. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Broadhurst Road is closed.
Broadhurst Road. I actually was able to take a trip down it yesterday, and I've had 1 million people call me that when's Broadhurst Road going to open? The city doesn't have any control over when Broadhurst Road's going to open.
Is that the county?
Well,
or is that the state?
It's the county. It's a county. It's a TIA project.
Okay, it's a TIA project. Okay,
but the county is overseeing through the contractor. However, I was able to take a trip down yesterday, and I know they had a little bump a couple weeks ago, and the weather wasn't nice for a couple of weeks, so they got them behind. But I've told everybody, the only answer I can give you, just relax, because I'm telling you, that road's wider and a lot nicer. You don't even know you're going. You're going to have to watch your speed when you're going down it, because you're going faster than what you think. And it's just going to be a very safe, well-built road when they're finished.
They've resurfaced it, widened it.
They dug that whole road completely out.
Dug it up and
they put
it back down.
They put a base of concrete, then they put a base of dirt, and then now asphalt, 2 or 3 layers. It's going to be able to handle those trucks going to Broadhurst. and that road they have done a phenomenal job, even though it's taken them a little bit longer because of weather. You can never tell with that. Look, we're dealing with weather today,
Especially when you get to wintertime.
But they have done a great job, and I really commend those guys, Littlefield and Hires Construction, and the county. They really done a good job with this road, and it's like this is exactly what my brother was one of them. I can call him out because he called me. He called me when it's Raising Cane.
It'll be open when it's open.
Oh, it needs to be open when he's ready to go down it. It should be open. So I said, well, let me ask you a question. I said, you want me to just call down there and tell them to open it up? I mean, you think I can just do that? Just call down there and tell them to let you through and open it up. For 15 years, everybody said, we got to fix Broadhurst Road. It's getting fixed. Let's bear with them and let's make sure it's right.
It's going to take a while to do that. Yeah, that's a major project right there.
That's right. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a nice road.
All right, somebody just texted in that said, send a thanks to Karen Harper for her hard work in Scriven.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. Karen and Dee. Adrian?
Yeah, Karen Harper and Defaults, they've done some amazing things in that park as far as decorating. Karen's also been, commissioned for a few other places now. I know she also helped decorate the post office in Scriven. I mean, everybody loves what she's done, so she's probably going to be decorating the town hopefully next year.
All right. She's just got that knack. Some people's got that knack. She's got it.
I'm not burdened with that talent.
Me neither. I can vision it, but I can't make it.
I don't even know if I can vision it.
I used to make bows and all. That's how I got my wife.
Did you make bows at one time, Jason? Did you do that in Boy Scouts or
no? That's how I wound up with Harley. That's a true story.
How you ended up with Harley, and tell folks who Harley is.
My wife.
Your wife?
And not my motorcycle.
Your mama motorcycle.
Yep.
Your mama motorcycle. And how did Bose get in with that?
I'll tell you, this is funny because I bet it is. I tried to date her for a long time. And anybody that knows Harley doesn't, she's reserved, she doesn't talk, but when she does, it's serious. So I tried. She wasn't interested at all. Like
I'm
at
sure you
all.
got that a lot, didn't you?
I did, but never this bad. Like this was like totally. So you know what that means? That means game on.
Game on,
right? So
she threw down the gauntlet, and you were ready to go.
I kept trying to take her out and trying to take her out. She wasn't interested. One evening, she sent me a message. She was trying to decorate her Christmas tree. And she said, do you know how to make a bow? I said, why, yes, I know how to make a bow.
Did you?
She said, well, come over here and make this bow. No, that's what I'm fitting to tell you. My granny was still alive at the time. I went straight to because my granny wanted me to date her too.
Okay.
I went straight to my granny's house and I said, Granny, I need you to teach me how to make a bow now in 10 minutes. So I made a bow. She taught me how.
Good.
I went over there. I winged it, made the bow on the Christmas tree. We've been married almost 9 years now.
True love ever since, huh? All over a bow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's a good story, Jason.
Wish
another hallmark
trying
moment
to make a bow for the Christmas tree in the office.
I ain't trying to marry none of y'all.
Barbara was back there struggling trying to make that bow.
She would have had to call Harley because I don't know how. My granny passed away a few years ago. Y'all had a look.
All right, Scriven in the Park tonight starting at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. And go down there no matter what the weather is and enjoy yourself. Lots of activities, folks. Bigger and better next year. Y'all learned last year, and you're going to make those improvements for this year, and so it's going to be fantastic down there.
That's it. It's a learning experience. Just keep on. I'm sure that we'll hiccup something this year that we'll fix for next year. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
And we appreciate everybody supporting it. Like I said, that the support has just been unbelievable. Unbelievable. Everybody's excited. This took the place of the parade, and we told them, you got to support it to make it work, and they did, and they have, and we couldn't be more blessed.
And once again, it's free.
Absolutely.
Maybe a few food booths that charge, but other than that, everything is free.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else, Mike? Anything? Adrian?
Just keep an eye out and be mindful of the small children that'll be running around the park, because they're easy to overlook sometimes with the crowd that's there, and just be mindful of them and try not to bump into them or let them bump into you and nobody get hurt.
And once again, you're going to have firemen and other public safety officials walking around making sure and everybody's safe.
All of the city council will be there, and Scriven Police Department, and a lot of the Scriven volunteer firemen, and they'll be walking around looking for any problems and getting them corrected as quick as we can so that we stay ahead of the curve.
All right. Adrian, anything else?
No, sir. Thank you for having us.
All right. Mayor, any final words of wisdom this morning to your constituents out there and the other people here in Southeast Georgia?
Just keep living a dream.
Just keep. Okay. Jason's living the dream.
Every day.
Every day, huh? All right.
Blessed.
Bob, anything else for... Where's your team going this year for a bowl game? Troy, where's your...
Strike zone.
Where what? Strike zone? Where's that?
Brunswick.
No, I'm talking about your Troy football team in a bowl game.
They're not in a bowl game.
They're not in a bowl game?
You asked us if we was bowling. We are. Strike zone in Brunswick.
You mean you beat Georgia Southern and you're not in a bowl game?
Butch, I tried to tell y'all about Georgia Southern, but y'all don't want to listen.
Georgia Southern made it to a bowl game. Yeah, we're all going down to Orlando.
That's right.
Where are y'all going? Strike zone in Brunswick, right? Strike zone in Brunswick. That's where you going bowling.
Reagan came home yesterday, or day before yesterday. We're going to go to strike zone and bowl away.
Bowl away, huh?
Yeah, you know, I said it was all about matchups, and we matched up perfect that day. And I mean, I seen it earlier in the week. Our receivers on y'all's defensive backs, and we matched up perfect. Then we go play App State. I thought we would match up better against App State than we did, but we didn't. And we didn't match up at all with Louisiana. They beat our eyes shut. So...
Well, in App State, I think the only loss they had all year long was the Georgia Southern.
And that's like
Isn't that amazing?
Me and Bob talk about it's amazing, but it's also sad. I understand that it's not a group of five school, but tell me what else a team in the Sun Belt could do to get into a big bowl game, because they put the resume out there to do it. It ain't going to happen. I mean, you're just not going. There's no way, because like say Troy does what they done next year. Well, guess where we're going? We can tell you, New Orleans, because we ain't gonna ever get to the New Orleans bowl. We're never gonna get a big bowl.
No,
because they should have got to be to a Cotton Bowl.
About App State,
right?
Yeah.
But I did see where the talk got serious about this 8-team playoff now, and they're wanting to take the top four and then take the winner of a group of five and two at large. So they're eventually in time there could be an opportunity for a Sun Belt or a MAC or somebody like that to get into a playoff.
Okay, well, we'll see.
That would be great.
We'll see if that happens.
But we're going to go bowling next year.
All right. Bob, we got shafted over there yesterday at the Georgia High School Association, didn't we?
It wasn't pretty.
Wasn't pretty.
No, but it was what they expected.
So we gotta do all that traveling, huh?
That's sad.
They don't care about safety.
All right. I know the school can't do anything, but you think that maybe somebody was mentioning to me yesterday, I don't know if this is a possibility, that you could have maybe local attorneys who are very interested in our student athletes that could file a class action suit on behalf of the student athletes, not the school, but the student athletes. Do you think that's possible, Mayor? I mean, that's someone mentioned that to me.
You can sue for anything now.
Somebody mentioned that to me yesterday, and I said, I don't know if that could happen.
I go back to what I think. I think the fix is just to completely do away with GHSA. I mean,
there's a lot of talk about that from the state elected officials in the state.
Tell me what it's done.
I don't know.
Right. I mean, that's just my opinion, and that's totally Jason Weaver's opinion. I mean, it hasn't done anything. Nothing at all.
Okay.
I know from band trips. I mean, we used to play Burke.
Right.
And these teams are further than Burke. When we get back from Burke, 2, 3 in the morning.
Right.
That's
a long
just ridiculous.
Way.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then expect them to be able to keep a grade up or even be at class.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, somebody mentioned to me yesterday that maybe if you had some locally community-minded, community-minded attorneys, perhaps maybe they could file a class action suit on behalf of the student-athletes. Not from the school, but from the student-athletes. I don't know if that's possible.
That'd probably be a Tracy Brown or a Bulldog Bob question.
All right. Well, Bob will continue to keep you informed about that situation right there. But once again, good news tonight. 6 o'clock, the Scriven Christmas in the Park in Scriven, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., 8:30, somewhere along in there. All kinds of bounce houses again this year.
Bounce houses. Even got, hey, and if this rain does come, we even got an indoor bounce house.
You do?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All kinds of fun stuff tonight in Scriven starting at 6.
Fun, free family event.
All right. Fun, free family event.
That's right.
God, you said it without messing up the first time. That's great.
That. I've been practicing that for 2 years.
All right. Adrian, Mike, y'all have a great day. Mayor, we'll see you next time. All right. Take care. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply. Murphy Builder Supply, located on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup, and by Nips Car Wash, located, let's see here, on Highway 301 South, just past McDonald's.
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.